Okay, imagine this for a second. You're walking through the mall, pretty standard stuff, and then you see this huge line, like snaking out of a Pop Mart store.
Right.
And inside, you've got shoppers, I mean, everyone, kids, teenagers, folks who look like they just left the office, all huddled around doing this blind boxing thing, grabbing these little sealed boxes with figures like Labubu or Molly, Skull Panda, all of these vinyl toys.
Yeah, the designer toys.
Exactly. And the whole point is the box is sealed. You have absolutely no idea what you've bought until you rip it open. That surprise. That's apparently the big thrill.
It is.
But that thrill, it feels an awful lot like the rush you get from gambling, doesn't it?
It really does.
So yeah, that's what this deep dive is all about. We're going to explore this sort of gambling craze that seems to be taking off across the U.S.
And what's really fascinating, I think, is how Pop Mart really pioneered this whole blind box model back in China. And now, boom, they've just exploded here in the U.S. We're talking over 200 of what they call luxury robo-shops, basically fancy vending machines plus pop-ups everywhere. It's fueled this massive, like, $1.8 billion boom, reportedly.
Wow.
And it works because it taps into some really powerful psychology, scarcity, wanting the rare ones, surprise the fun of opening it, and even social status.
How so?
Well, you've got celebrities, right? Like Rihanna, Lisa from Blackpink. They're seen with these little Labubu charms dangling off their bags. That adds a whole layer of hype and desirability.
Okay, yeah, let's unpack that.
Yeah.
Because it seems so innocent on the surface, just collecting toys. But it's clearly tapping into something much deeper. For kids and for adults.
Definitely.
Kids might just see it as a fun little surprise toy.
Yeah.
But you mentioned adults, often with more money to spend. Maybe they see the higher stakes gamble involved. So how does that work? Is it really like a casino, even for a 10-year-old?
Well, yeah, that's a great question because the mechanism is surprisingly similar. Psychologists talk about something called a variable reinforcement schedule. Think of a slot machine, right? You pull the lever, you don't win every time, the reward is random, it's unpredictable. And science shows that's the most addictive pattern. It keeps you hooked, keeps you coming back for just one more try.
Ah, okay, I see.
And you hear it from parents. They're saying where kids are dropping like $50, sometimes $100 in one visit, just hoping, praying they get that super rare figure.
$100 on tiny toys.
Yeah. One parent even mentioned their teen has like dozens of them, describing chasing them as a rush. And it plugs into this whole kidult thing, too.
Right, adults getting into kid stuff.
Exactly. Adults, often with disposable cash, drawn back to these childhood-like things, looking for maybe an emotional hit or nostalgia, not really thinking about long-term investment value.
And it's not just hitting individual wallets, right? There are bigger economic things happening here. I saw some analysts who are actually warning Pop Mart might be fronting a bit of a financial bubble.
Oh, absolutely. Their shares went up. Get this, something like 1,200% in the last year alone. It's kind of wild.
1,200%.
Yeah. And while the overall U.S. toy collectible market is huge, nearly $14 billion last year, expected to triple by 2034, there's already talk of, like, resale fatigue setting in.
Sounds familiar. Like Beanie Babies or...
Or Cabbage Patch dolls, exactly. Hype drives it, but that doesn't always mean lasting value, does it?
No, definitely not.
And this is where it gets a bit more concerning, because it isn't just clever marketing. It feels like, well, engineered addiction.
Engineered? How so?
Pop Mart actually has testing labs where they meticulously refine the surprise element, the scarcity ratios, creating these things called dopamine loops.
Dopamine loops.
Yeah, it's where your brain's reward system kicks in, releases that feel-good chemical, dopamine. It makes you want to chase that feeling again and again. It goes way beyond just, liking the toy.
So it becomes compulsive.
Researchers are warning that this setup, this carefully crafted experience, it really fosters gambling-like behavior, especially in kids who might not get the value of money yet or realize they're basically chasing a prize with really low odds.
Right. And if you think bigger picture, regulators are already wrestling with rules for loot boxes in video games. So it begs the question, right? And this is something for you, the listener, to think about. Should these blind boxes fall under similar laws?
That's a really good point.
Parents, experts too, they're definitely starting to call for things like clear labeling, making the odds obvious, maybe even spending limits, particularly when kids are involved.
So when you pull it all together, what does this all mean for that very thin line between just innocent collecting and something more like engineered gambling? We've seen Pop Mart isn't just selling cute figures. They've built this whole, what did you call it? A dopamine-driven economy based
Yeah.
on hype and rarity and compulsion.
Yeah.
What started as maybe a fun little charm for your bag has somehow become this big cultural and financial flashpoint.
It really has. And the question lingers about regulation and responsibility, especially towards younger consumers. Definitely something to consider next time you see one of those long lines outside of Pop Mart, especially when you see kids watching the adults, maybe mimicking that behavior, sometimes with results that might be genuinely concerning down the road. Food for thought.